So welcome to Divine Art Alchemy for Destiny. And so once again, this is the new moon, and we're going to create a page in our vision journal. And so let's go ahead and we'll take our 3 breaths, and then we'll light our candle and just settle into the energy. So if you want to go ahead and close your eyes and drop your head into your heart, we're going to just take a deep breath and let everything go that's not ours, that we don't want to take with us from now on. So just take a deep breath and build all that up. And release it as you breathe out. And then let's take a breath for those that are in our thoughts and in our hearts, because I know there's many of them. And then let's take a breath for a special intention that we hold in our hearts tonight. And just anchor that in, that special intention. All right, that feels so much better. Okay, you got your candle. We'll do our candle ritual. All right. Let this flame represent the wild spirit that burns within each of us. As we awaken our own wild spirit. May we awaken the collective. All right. Okay.
All right, all the good props going for sure. We'll go through those definitely in a little bit. When we go through the socks, I want to smell good first. Hang on.
Yeah, put your little hair out there. Get that.
Yeah, a little bit of scrumptiousness there. Yes.
Sherry.
Sherry's here. Woo. Yay. Yay, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. We just, Kathleen.
Yes, hello.
Hi there. Kathy, it's another small group. This is Kathy. Kathy is in Kentucky.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
And we just did kind of the opener, our little candle ritual. And I'm just now getting started. So perfect.
I'm sorry I'm late. I thought I was ready, but it wasn't, and I'm got it worked out now. Sorry about that.
Right. No
Glad you're here.
need for apologies. Yeah, exactly. Just happy you're here. All right.
So I know we're going to go over the socks. We're going to do our meditation, but before we do that, let's go ahead and go over the mantra and some keys, and then we'll do our meditation.
Yeah, so this month is all about destiny, and I'm really excited about this because it's about expression and communication. And communication has been something that is just near and dear to my heart for a few years now. So I'm always excited anytime we touch upon it throughout the years, what communication means to us and how we express it out. So it's about becoming, as we are becoming who we are, making sure that we're expressing what we need and what we want and what's in alignment for us. We're also going to explore generational cycles this month. That's a fun one. And learn behaviors. So what we have learned through not only our family, our friends, our culture, what we've learned throughout our entire life, and maybe what we brought with us from past lives for that matter. But we're going to talk about karma and kismet, what that means to us and how that fits into our destiny and our own individuality, right? If it's about expression, that is something that we have to make sure that we're really in tune with and really comfortable with, is our own individuality. So the mantra that we're going to use for this entire month is The expression of my destiny lies in my subconscious mind. It is fully realized when I say yes to my calling.
I love that. So tell us, so I know we will go over that in a little bit, but the peak of the new moon, we're not quite there yet, but we're in that energy. We always meet the day before of the peak of the whatever phase we're in. And so if you have it handy, you want to go ahead and say it, and then we can repeat it towards the end.
Yeah, all the virtual calls that we do is the day before, the night before the peak of that phase. So this being the new moon, tomorrow's peak is 11:55 a.m. So yeah, we've got the 24 hours before and 24 hours after the peak to really utilize that time frame, right? So you really got 2 full days. Especially since it's in the middle of the day, the peak is at 11:55. It makes it feel like you have more time to really focus on the new moon, the intention that we want to place, and how this topic lands with your overall intention. And does it? Once in a while, it doesn't, or so you think. And then
Right.
move through the month, it really kind of does. But yeah. That is that. So that gives us the update for this. We're in Taurus energy now. We're going to stay there for a little bit longer, not much longer. We only have a few more days. So we're kicking this off in Taurus, and the new moon is in Taurus right now. And then we'll be in Gemini. I didn't write that down, so I'm trying to remember. I want to say it's like Monday or yeah. I gotta look.
I know we'll have to look at that up because
yeah, it's I get my days mixed up sometimes, but it's very soon. So we're not in the Taurus energy for very long before we move straight over to Gemini, which starts on Monday. Yeah.
Perfect.
May 22nd.
So we're working with a lot of the air qualities. This cycle is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I know we've kind of changed it up over the years because of keeping it real, keeping it interesting, because life doesn't stay stagnant, right? So we just are moving right along with it, and felt like this is the best topic for this time. So here we go. Destiny it is. As Kathleen says.
Yeah. Well, while you're talking about that, because you mentioned that.
Yes.
The topic came from the soul acceleration for June. So, of course, we're not quite there yet, but the ancient ones, that is, and I've already cut it out and you're not gonna be able to see it very well, but it'll come up again this month, of the ancient ones being the card that was drawn during soul acceleration for this month of June. And that's where all of this came from, about the expression and our ancient ones, those that came before us, and how we connect with them and how much we drag along with us, whether we need it or not.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited about this. It seems like, and I know that's not the case, and we'll talk more about this once we're in our creating space, but how it all flows together. We just finished up our, whatever that was, Radiant last month, and going straight into Destiny is I think kind of exciting.
Yeah. It still feels really kind of action packed, where that was radiating out, the outward expression of, our creativity, and now it's really calling it out.
Right. Yes, that feels very accurate there.
Yeah.
So, all right. So to get us kicked off, Sherry, are you familiar with what we're doing once we actually we have our meditation, and then we go straight into creating our page in our Divine Art Alchemy journal? Are you familiar with that? What we're doing?
Only partially. I kind of assumed it was some type of collage thing, so I have some stuff out, but I don't know everything you said.
Okay, perfect. Nope. I just wanted to give you some clarity before we start, because
Thanks.
typically what we do is, so we've talked through the first part of, setting up the stage for what we're doing. I'll do the meditation. We'll come back, and if we have anything come to us that we want to share from the meditation, we take a moment right afterwards and share that. Take some time, write it yourself if you want to in your book or in your journal. And then we start creating our masterpiece and then Ember comes in with the socks, the system of correspondences, and shares with us the pieces that went to the lunar notes and things like that. And so, and then as we just talk through some of the things that we're thinking, maybe came up from the meditation or the information from the lunar notes, then, or all the details, then we talk about that while we're doing our creation. And then at the end, we show our creation, anything that we have done so far, and then put it inside the Academy if take pictures of it and put it in there so that everybody can really enjoy, as well as, because of creating this collective spirit, we amplify each other's energies. So that's the beautiful part about creating the intention with someone else, is now you have an accountability partner or someone who's witness to you making these beautiful declarations. So anything else you want to add, Ember, or any questions you have?
I have a question. Is that what we're creating is a visual representation of our intention for this lunar cycle?
Yes.
Okay, and you guys have a special book that you do that in, and I'll figure that out later. Is
Yes.
that okay?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you can use just any piece of paper to start, poster paper, or just anything that you have. It's totally fine right now. We do recommend getting a journal so you can see each page as it goes a little bit easier, but you can definitely wing it for as long as you want.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So in the Divine Art Alchemy, the events tab, and then we also have it inside the Academy, there's link to an Amazon link that you can literally just push the buttons and get all the stuff, and it'll come right to your door. And so we really try to make it easy.
I'm actually a crafty person, so I already have all that stuff, but I was trying to figure out the Pinterest board, so I'll do that another time too. That's cool.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Oh, like how to pull the images off.
I'm just not that good on Pinterest, so it's more than that.
Okay.
But yeah,
right.
We'll definitely figure that out. But that is exactly, yes, that's what, so we'll create our page and our storybook. I've used cardstock before when I've been away at a trip and glued it inside my book.
Okay.
And so I didn't bring the whole thing with me, but yeah, be creative, and have fun. But that kind of sets this up. So anything, Ember, did you have anything else you wanted to add? All right.
I'm good.
Okay. Y'all ready for a meditation then?
Sure.
Okay. Make sure I got everything quiet here. Okay. All right. Okay. So I invite you to slow your breath, closing your eyes, as that is your reminder to drop your head into your heart space. Being present in this moment. Relax and breathe. There's nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. As we explore our internal space, see if you can hold the intention to be fully present. Surrender, allow, and trust that there is some unique treasure here. Using your breath to connect to divine source, cleansing and balancing your energetic field. Filling our bodies with divine life force energy and releasing anything that no longer serves our highest good. Continue to focus on your breath as you imagine a bright light entering your body with each inhale. This light represents your inspiration and divine source energy. Allow it to fill your entire being, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And as you exhale, visualize any self-doubt or mental blocks leaving your body with each breath. Just breathe, allowing your mind to expand on what destiny can mean for you. Focus your attention on your third eye as your portal of infinite wisdom opens. Allow yourself to become weightlessness and imagine yourself being lifted up out of your human body. Let the rhythm of your breath guide you on a cosmic journey throughout the vast expanse of the universe. Feel yourself floating amongst the stars, carried by the celestial currents of the cosmos. As you embark on this voyage, let the mantra resonate within your soul. The expression of my destiny lies in my subconscious mind. It is fully realized when I say yes to my calling. With each repetition, feel the mantra reverberate throughout the galaxy, infusing your being with the power to manifest your highest potential. The expression of my destiny lies in my subconscious mind. It is fully realized when I say yes to my calling. On this journey, the master keys of expression and becoming become celestial compasses, guiding your path through the cosmic tapestry. Embrace the first key, generational cycles, as you witness the constellations shifting and evolving before your eyes. Observe the intricate patterns of communication that have been woven into the fabric of your ancestry. And with each realization, release any limitations that no longer serve you. Simply let them go. Embrace the freedom to create a destiny that is uniquely yours, transcending the boundaries of time and space. As you traverse the cosmic pathways, you encounter the second key, those learned behaviors shimmering in the distant nebula. Observe the cosmic dance of communication as stars communicate through their brilliant radiance. Become aware of any learned behaviors that have clouded your true expression. And with cosmic courage, shed any self-imposed limitations. You are awakening to the vast potential within you, allowing your authentic voice to echo throughout the universe. And in the depths of this celestial journey, you encounter the third key, the interplay between karma and kismet. Like the cosmic tides guiding your way. Feel the ebb and flow of energy as you navigate these celestial currents. Recognize the power of your words, your intentions, and your actions as they shape your destiny among the stars. Embrace the responsibility of conscious communication, nurturing positive karma that propels you towards your destined path. Surrender. Trusting that you are aligned with your soul's purpose. And as we continue, as we venture further into the cosmic expanse, arriving at the final key, the essence of our individuality. Witness the galaxy swirling in a unique formation, each shining with its own brilliance. This is the time to embrace your divine essence. For you are a celestial being, a stardust traveler on a sacred journey. Release any inhibitions that dim your light and embrace the full spectrum of your authentic expression. Allow your cosmic essence to radiate through every word, gesture, and connection, weaving a tapestry of destiny that reflects your truest self. And as your cosmic journey draws to a close, take a moment to absorb the boundless energy of the cosmos. Anchor in that infinite potential, your ultimate destiny, and feel the cosmic winds gently caress your spirit, carrying with them the wisdom of the stars. And know that you hold the power to manifest your destiny, for within you lies the infinite wisdom of the universe. Slowly return to the present moment, bringing with you any cosmic insights gained on the celestial voyage. Allow the essence of the cosmic journey to permeate every aspect of your being, empowering you to express your truth, embrace your destiny, and navigate the cosmic dance of communication with grace and purpose. Offering gratitude for your journey and the cosmic travelers that you encounter along the way. And when you're ready, open your eyes and take note of anything you want to remember. that felt so freeing. How about you guys? Any takeaways?
Yeah, definitely connected with my great grandmother, one that I have never really known before. I remember being at her house, I guess when I was a little kid, like teeny tiny kid. But it was interesting because it was like at night, which it was not. My memory, the stars were everywhere. It was like all connected with the stars. But what I loved about her, she was always kind of untouchable and cold and distant and just kind of icy and full of mystery, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but in it was, I don't know, from it I just got like all of this, the intuition, and infinity and intuition were like the same thing, you know, like I don't know, it was interesting take. And I'm definitely going to ask my mom if she more memories, see what else she remembers. And when I ask her stuff before, she'll give me like the same 2 or 3 stories, but let's see if I can pull more info out of that. That was really interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting and very cool. I always love connecting with our ancestors, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wonder what the mystery is with her.
Tell us, come back and tell us.
Yeah.
We're always so curious.
I didn't connect with anything that deep. I was hoping Kathleen was gonna go.
Yeah, okay. Come back and listen to it. We put it with music and come back and listen to it
I
with
mean, I had a few takeaways, but I prefer Kathleen to go next.
All right.
Kathleen, you're muted.
Oh, was she talking? Oh, I got him.
Sorry, we had dogs and things in the background. So yeah, I there's something about the whole filling me with like the white light thing that is such a great establishing, image for me, because I realize that sometimes I'm carrying like a lot. I'm carrying a lot from my day. And sometimes it's hard for me to like let all that go. So it was nice to get into that. I could feel really, kind of the limitations. Like, it's so interesting because so often in meditation, there is this whole like letting go limitations, and yet somehow they like magnets, like, you know what I mean, reattach. I'm like, I thought I let you go. You know what I mean? And so just limiting beliefs. I'd really love to kind of be in a place, this cycle of like less judgment and I really kind of gotten in touch with that, whatever the past lives and karma that I have, that is done. And I think earlier in my life, like I had a really hard time. I had a really hard time and needed and sort of attached myself to more powerful people because I was so unsure of myself in a lot of ways. And I really just would love to focus on, sort of I come from a long line of, Irish women who worked hard and made something of themselves, and like just kind of just be with, I'm strong, and I have wisdom, and just go for things. So that, I don't know, that's what was kind of there for me.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what my intention is going to be this go around, but I don't want it to be like a full-on focus of, negative shit I've pulled from my history, or the women in my family, or it didn't have to be the women, just like my family, I guess. Whether we go back to greats or greats, or just mom and pop, but I don't want to pull that negative stuff out, but I do want to be more aware of, like you said, Kathleen, like the limiting beliefs. I do want to be aware of them faster, but I'm not sure I want that to be the focus for this month. I don't know what I want it to be yet, but I do want the awareness. I would rather it be almost a discovery of, I want to try to keep it light, I guess. And mainly because, like, I'm not kidding, the last week and a half or so has been like weirdly heavy, like intuition almost telling me, like, beware, something is about to happen, beware. And I don't get that very often, so I want to try to keep it light, not like blinders light, like a fool running off the cliff, but I don't want to go heavy this month. I don't want to go any deeper than I actually have to, just to kind of keep my spirit strong. Does that make sense? Yeah. Kathy, do you have anything from the, oh, I didn't mean to cut you guys off.
I was going to say it might just be like the cosmic energy, because I've felt that too. So the heavy thing like that, like almost like a warning. I've gone back through my journal. I'm like, oh, that is weird. Like getting that message of, and I really do think it's because of like the eclipses, all this like super powerful energy that's been happening. I was looking for my notebook, my journal, because I had written down some things, because yeah, I definitely feel like that too. So, but I'm going in all in. Yeah, I felt like I've looked at so much of my crap, because talking with my children for so long and really getting to them to, I have adult children, and getting to them to a place that feels good, and that where they can just roll with it, has really helped me a ton. So it's like that embodiment, and really putting it to practice through them has helped me. And because they're very quick to call my shit if there's any kind of like sugar coating it, or doing any type of, or making it more dramatic than what it was, like, even though they might not have been there, but like they don't hold back on calling me on stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's so really, yeah, just doing. So Kathleen, I had a vision though for you. So I had a vision for you, and I'm going to give it to you, and you can do with it whatever you want to. But visualize you putting oil on your body, so that those things don't attract to you during the day. Like you're getting up in the morning and you're like, oh, I'm just going to put on something slippery on my skin that's going to just like, it's not even going to attach to me today. And that's what, when you were saying that about it,
Water off a duck.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oil, just whatever. But you create, your mind's so powerful, you can create anything you want. And I like to just like make it so that it repels so that I don't even have to eject it myself, right? Just
Mhm.
got that beautiful protection. And you can, and you've already done that with your lotion, and you already, you already have a visual, so put it on there. But that was my visual, and I just wanted to share it with you. If you,
Yeah,
what you do with it is up to you.
yeah, that's a great
Can I
symbol.
share something?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Please.
There has been some really intense, powerful stuff happening ever since that full moon Saturday, the 5th or whatever. That day, I got a download that I believe to be like the source of my family's secret that I've been trying to, is causing the source of lots of trauma, lots of crap. And so yeah, I'm in the process of getting DNA tests done and seeing what I find out. I mean, it's really big, and I'm feeling that intensity. And so it's just very interesting that right? That this month is Destiny, because I think some big shit's getting ready to happen. But I'm not getting the beware, but it's more like brace yourself. It's getting ready to hit the fan.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. It
Okay,
feels like
yeah.
beware, but it is. It's just that brace yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was a beautiful meditation, and I did not mean to minimize that when I spoke earlier, Kathy. I was thinking about the keys on the journey, and I'm just like trying to find the first key. I'm newly out of a career and just trying to see what it's like without having the pressure of, the grind, the daily grind.
Mhm.
And
You
so
want to make your own daily grind.
exactly.
That's what I'm like. I love
Make
the
my own, yeah.
entrepreneur, whatever.
Right now it's manageable. But what kept coming to me was just being okay in the not knowing right now, but that I'm on the right path to figure that out, or for it to come to me and whatever. Yeah.
That's really
Nice.
beautiful, because it really is. That's what I was like when I was feeling that, just that floating, and that just feels. But I also was aware. I was like, gosh, maybe I need to be mindful of being grounded this cycle too. Like if I really had that, where I
Really
really
easy to
love,
float.
because
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite things, especially summertime, like getting in a swim pool and just like it just feels so freeing, and freedom being one of my highest values. So it's like that makes sense, but it's like maybe I need to tether myself into the grounding this time, tap into my destiny, but be very grounded in that, with but knowing I can access the cosmos and the keys at any moment. I think that's going to be my focus.
Well, with it being an air month,
Hmm.
yeah, easy to lose sight of the ground for sure.
Right. But I like that thought of, at any moment I can close my eyes and I can propel myself out into the cosmos, pick up a key, pick up information, pick up anything that I need, and come straight back down.
Yeah. Oh, I like that too. That's nice.
Hmm.
So
I
when
can
was
see
the
that.
last time any of you had a dream where you were flying?
It's probably been a couple of years for me.
I think so for me too. At least a good year, not more, maybe.
I love that though.
But I mean, as a kid, oh my God, I really did believe I could. Like no one could tell me that I couldn't.
Mhm.
I really did
Yeah.
believe. No, you just have to hit me at the right time. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm not here now on demand. I could be in the moment, but I really believed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it was possible, true. I mean, like it.
I want that. I want more of that.
Uh-huh.
I
Our
want that
minds are
again.
so powerful.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm going on a trip with to see my family in Texas, like on this one beach, Padre Island, like next weekend.
Nice.
And before I go, I'm supposed to go see this old business partner slash friend of mine. He's coming through town, and I gotta say, I have a lot of feelings, like nervous, like I don't know what I'm getting into little bit, you know. And just going through a lot of past stuff this past week, like ha- like he kind of made an unreasonable request of me, and I just kind of put a boundary there, which I used to not be able to do with him. And
Well, he made a request for his visit here.
mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and anyway, and you know, and it's like I feel like I'm taking the right actions. I think, like, what am I trying to say? I'm taking the right actions, but I feel a little insecure about that, if that makes sense.
About the actions or his reaction to your
Well,
action?
what's
Tell us more.
I guess both. Like I'm both like uh um yeah, I guess maybe I'm in a place of like questioning whether I want this relationship in my life at all, kind of thing. You know, like maybe like I should leave that in the past, kind of thing. But anyway, it's yeah, it's just bringing up some stuff. So I think I'm going to do the meditation again, like maybe when it's a little bit quieter in the house, you know, because
Yeah.
it really was great, Kathy. And I think there's even, I could go even deeper with it. So, but I can certainly start my collage.
It's it is, I do, and no offense, Kathy, but I do like it better when it's with the music.
I do
think
too. No, I do too. And I've tried to, because I thought about, and maybe we can see this for next time. I need to play around with it, of like having a musical background that won't stop, or that I have to be mindful of what we can use that won't get us blocked from YouTube.
Mm.
That's the one thing, which is why it's nice. I know you hate to be like that, but I mean, it could take our whole recording down.
No, I'm just intrigued to be with women that are concerned about the music that might get them taken banned. Like, all right.
Well,
Yeah.
there's something, there's such a difference in when we first start this, like it's a new month, you know, we start fresh and we're like all excited and we get in here, that I have a harder time getting into the meditation when we're here. But once I do it later, whether it's alone, you know, on my own somewhere, or if it's when we do the in-person circles, there's something about that that makes it different, and it has to be the music.
It is. Yes, it is the music. And yeah, I've definitely thought about that, because I really would like to have it on here, but that's been my one thing is yeah, thinking about what it could do for our recording.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll have a business discussion about that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be a good one to do. So tomorrow. Now, I want to go through socks unless anybody wants to throw something else out there before we start the socks.
Nope, I'm ready. Thank you.
I'm ready.
Well, I was. Oh, I cut them up. I was looking everywhere for it, and I cut it up into little wee pieces. Okay. So we did the mantra already, but I want to do it again. The expression of my destiny lies in my subconscious mind. Really think about that for a sec. The expression of it lies in my subconscious mind. Like it's already there. It's fully realized when I say yes to my calling. So air, we've already mentioned that air is the element of this month. And I like thinking of, especially this air time frame of the zodiac, that it is that Gemini energy. It is that like first breath of spring, like the first baby's breath, like that newly breathing, where it is like maybe smaller sips of air, but yet kind of like the breath of a newborn, those small sips of air, but the excitement that comes from them.
Mhm.
I keep moving it because I'm trying to put it in here. Trying to put the key or the socks. I'm trying to put the socks on my board, and I'm like, glad I didn't glue them on yet. Okay. The color is turquoise. That's also the gemstone is turquoise, right? So having the two of those together, it is all about communication. And really communication itself is every color blue, but we're honing in a little bit, right? We're honing in and trying to find like a turquoise. This is really, I guess, more teal, but try to hone into a flavor of turquoise that feels best for you. It does help with emotional balance. And, we've already mentioned a little bit of everything being a little wonky. It keeps us very spiritually connected. That turquoise color does. And it really helps with our own inner tranquility too. So this, goes with whether we're wearing turquoise jewelry, wearing the color, just kind of helping us with our own inner truth and our own understanding. I'm sporting my grandmother's turquoise earrings and bracelets, and yeah, because it's a generational thing, right? I had to find something of my grandmother's. Yeah, okay, there it is. Okay, the runestone, I looked at it and it didn't look right, but it is. Okay, Ansus is the runestone, and I didn't pull it up to show you, but I did cut one out. Hang on, I already cut it out. Cut it out.
Looks like the F.
Yeah.
Kind of a sliding F.
Right. Yeah. So it is about ancestral power.
I like the ones with the ravens on it, right?
Yeah.
That looks great. That's nice.
Yeah. So, but it's about and not only ancestral power, but the ancestral power of the mind, right?
Mm.
And the communication and inspiration. So that is the runestone, which we don't always have, but we do this month. Okay, Mercury is still our planet. And I love this, right? It was last month and it was fun because it was in retrograde. But because it's going direct now, Mercury is about communication. So a little of this can be, what did we learn from last month? What little nuances made life easier in our communication with it being retrograde? And how can we express and propel that into our future and integrate that in the way that we express ourselves? Oh, yeah. Okay. So the crescent moon, don't always have moon phases for the month, but the crescent moon, and we're doing both on the front end and the back end of the new moon. So, and starting now over the next few days, this is about action as we are expressing our action, communicating, actively communicating. And then on the back end, as we go to the next new moon, you know, almost a month from now, that part of the crescent moon, which is the balsamic moon, is finding the joy. Usually it's finding our own time and joy and being able that we can do that and express that, right? So it is almost like the business end and the personal end.
I like that.
Yeah. Let's see, what else we got? The number 8 is the 8 is our number for this month. And yes, that is for communication. That is also represents infinity. And that's kind of what we're talking about with these generational cycles. About, you know, is it something brought down from ancestor? Is it something that's a complete continuation? Is that something we want to stop or that we want to continue? Let's see, jump around a little bit. Our direction is east. And really, it's just kind of the beginning point and about awakening. So is there, you know, any aha moments that we need to take away from this? The inner knowledge of our truth, that is, right? Any of those kind of aha moments. So that's what east represents. Our day is Wednesday. That is the day of communication. That is the day of Wednesday is considered Woden's day. And he's the German god, but then the Roman god is Mercury. So it all ties in together. And our wood or tree is the ash tree. And that is the original tree of life.
It's 8 o'clock.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Kathleen's computer. The ash tree is the original tree of life. So once again, about the generational thing, but yes, what is our destiny is our own tree. What kind of life force are we going to grow into? Kind of the power of our own unspoken word. And then for, well, if you notice, I threw like the herb, incense, essential oil, plant, foods, I just shoved them all together. I could have separated them out, but it was just kind of interesting. I just kind of wanted them all together. So we're gonna consider the almond and lavender and mushroom. So just I'll go through those briefly. The almond is about divine approval, and the word almond actually means in Hebrew means to awake. So as we're finding our own destiny, what has to be awoken? What is our own wisdom? What prosperity are we getting from that? So hence the almond. The lavender enhances anything in life. And it is such a calming and soothing herb, essential oil, plant. It really helps us with balance. It's amazing with anything mint. Just FYI, mint is usually connected to communication. But I didn't put that in here because we are kind of honed in a little bit more on the expression of and generational pulls. So I wanted to think of the lavender as something that you want to enhance. What is going on that you want to enhance and grow? And it also, with it being very calming, anything that comes up, that bubbles up, that is really difficult to deal with, or something we know that we do not want to carry on, it's going to help balance and soothe us out. Where mint, if we threw mint into this month, I mean, it's just straight on go, right? And we kind of working slowly on this kind of communication. The mushroom, I love the mushroom thing. I don't know if we've ever had mushroom before. I mean, surely we have. Have we?
I don't remember it really. I don't remember having a mushroom.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling, we haven't, but no. Okay, so mushroom, think of mushroom. Well, I love it because airborne spores, first of all. The deep roots underground, right? So you have the Kathy, there's your grounding, right? Your
There
deep
you go. Lots of
ground, those
mushroom.
airborne spores, and the communication that goes on throughout the entire area, the entire forest. They are the communication kings, so to speak. So it is our connection to the spiritual world. And not only it connects with earth, but it also connects with our own expression. And then I threw in there anything new to you, only because, right, if we're pulling on this generational stuff, or keeping an eye on any generational habits or ways of communication or planned destinies, then I think it might be interesting to try something new. Anything that you haven't tried before, or anything you've been interested in trying, or you've heard of and wanted to give it a shot. So this is kind of like wide open. You get to write your own.
And please share with us as you do.
Yeah.
We always love to hear.
So as usual, I leave the best for last. Funny, I was looking to see if I had any notes, and no, because I know it so well. All right. Our animal is the gorgeous raven. Can you tell it's a raven, or does it just like blend in? Yeah, anyway.
That's good.
So the raven is a spiritual messenger and can actually communicate with past and also express anything that we want communicated to the future, and is the perfect air, right? So we need a bird for this month, is the perfect animal for us to not only tell our truth to and express it to our future self.
I
That
like it.
covers it.
So fun fact, we had 8 as our number last cycle as well. Kind of going back into like our meditation was kind of pulled a little bit of that
They
radiance. And did you notice that?
There's a little thread. Yeah, there is a nice little thread between the two for sure. Yeah, with the Mercury and the 8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Something that came up last cycle, and I'm anxious to see if it really goes through, is I noticed those 8s like everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Which was really interesting, because even my brother-in-law's arm, like I was sitting and I've been around my brother-in-law forever, and I know I don't think he's got any new tattoos lately or in a while, and I've seen him, and I looked over and he's got this big 8 on his arm. I was like, I never noticed that before, but it just jumped out to me with doing this work. So it's like just a beautiful reminder. I love those little intuitive hits when it's like it just automatically pulled me back to this work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the reminder of, we're all infinite, and we all have an infinite possibilities available to us, but to stay present is when we recognize that when we stay present. So I just thought that was cool. Just wanted to share that when I'm looking at our socks.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I recently had a conversation with a friend who went on a walk with somebody else, and they were talking about always seeing the X in the infinity sign and what that
Ooh.
meant. And so we were talking about that. So this 8, and then you also said the infinity sign. So this person was always seeing the X. And so the meaning we were trying to make from that is like these, like right now, I feel like I'm going through the X, like to get, like squeezing through the X to get to the better, to the other side. And and it's just kind of like life is just kind of like constant like that, like gotta keep hitting that tough spot. And I wonder if that has anything to do with these beware feelings you guys have been feeling, you know, like maybe it's a little version of that, and something big's getting ready to, joyous and big is getting ready to happen as well.
I love that. There's
That's
always, yeah. Mhm.
Hmm.
It's always that two sides, because it's always, when there's
Right? Yeah.
one side, there has to be the equal side there. So
Uh-huh.
that would make sense.
Well, one thing that really sticks out about this, like whatever this beware thing is that it's from the beginning has been pinpointed to the fall, this autumn.
Oh,
And I can't tell if it's, just like personal, like if it's something happening to me or to family or to, I don't know, the neighborhood, the world. I don't know. Like, it's another pandemic. Are we going to war? Like, is it something crazy like that? Is it like a financial collapse? Does it have nothing to do with like my daily life? Or is it, someone's going to get sick, or it has like this really heavy feel, and I have no idea.
that's a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's weird because
Yeah.
it's something I normally feel.
Yeah, yours might be heavier than mine. I don't feel anything like that.
Well, why don't you take this and carry
I
it?
know, right? Nah. When you put
Amber,
it
we'll
that
hold
way.
it with you. We'll hold it with you. You're not carrying it alone.
Oh,
She knows.
thanks.
She knows I'm kidding. I got your back. I got you.
I will say this, like both of my stepdaughters have been sick this past week, and it's something called the Adena virus or something, where their temperature will just shoot up really fast to like 102. You know what I mean? And then like it'll be super intense, and then it'll drop, and then it keeps going back and forth. Anyway, one night we had to bring one of the girls like to the hospital because we were so nervous for her. And and it brought me right back to like, the beginning of the pandemic, when like we were all so paranoid about like cleanliness, and so it's like I'm sanitizing like all the doorknobs, all the everything, like communal around the house and stuff, and because I really don't want to get sick, and it's exhausting.
Do that again. Yeah.
I mean, I forget like how exhausting that all was. And because I really want to see my mom, and I really don't want to get sick. And
Yeah. Or get her sick. Yeah.
yeah.
So you're bringing out the masks again?
Yeah, well, the girls have been wearing their masks. They're pretty much quarantined to their room, but when they come out, yeah, they wear their masks.
Well, okay, since I've got the two of you, sorry, Kathy, this is but love your opinion as well. Kathleen, I know tomorrow you have plans, so you won't be at the in-person thing, but
Right.
I just found out that Heather's got COVID.
Oh,
And
no.
there's like, I'm hesitant. She's like, yeah, just go on in. But honestly, all day long, I'm like, I don't know if I want to.
Right.
And you know, even Jason laughed at me when I said that out loud earlier. He's like, it doesn't last that long, like the germs or whatever. But Kathleen, after you saying that and telling me that story, now I'm like, okay, what do you two feel about that?
Well, I'm with you. Are there other people planning on being there?
Well, before I reach out to everybody, I wanted to make the decision.
Oh, well, I would prefer not to meet there.
Mhm.
That's also what I'm saying. I'm with you. I get still a little creeped out about COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. Yeah, like,
but I know she has another therapist there tomorrow that is having sessions, and they
Well,
leave at 6.
all right. Just do whatever you think is best. I'm good. If I'm concerned, I'll wear a mask. But just do whatever is best.
I can't remember. I mean, like with this adenovirus, it's actually not so much. I mean, unless you cough right on the person, it's not really transmitted through breath. It's like it's touching similar objects.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Where you'll pick it up and and touch your face. But the COVID thing, that's from someone with it breathing.
Great.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, if she's obviously not in the office, then it's probably fine. And, but I also understand.
I know.
your
Maybe I'll just
hesitancy.
offer, for those who paid, offer, a freebie next time or something. I don't
Okay,
know.
we need someplace else. If there's that concern,
Last minute, no. Yeah, I gotta think about it, but I'll keep you posted for
I
sure.
think it's interesting. My husband and I went out to eat to a place that had like the hand sanitizer on the tables and everything during COVID, and even after COVID. I mean, whatever, how we still have COVID, right? So, but what I found interesting is the place has now taken up all the hand sanitizer, and I thought, why does that have to go away? Why does cleanliness have to go away? I just
True.
find that so interesting because I'm like, I kind of thought that was a nice touch. I touched the menu. I like a little hand sanitizer before I eat. Otherwise, I feel like I need to go to the bathroom and wash my hands and stuff. But like, dang, now is not the time to let up on cleanliness. So
Yeah.
kudos to you, Kathleen, for taking those extra steps because, yeah, we definitely have to take care of our, be that self-responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And hopefully she'll feel better soon.
yeah,
I want Heather to feel better soon. Heather, if you're listening, just
I know. Oh, I'm
Sorry
sorry
you're sick.
on tonight, but I guess she really is feeling that bad because it's been kind of spotty communication. Like she's, like she feels great for a minute and then, doesn't.
aw.
So,
Well, and that's the other thing too with COVID, because you haven't ever had it, Kim, and
Mm.
so people don't know. You don't know how it reacts in your body or how your body reacts, or that kind of thing. So it's certainly not something to take lightly by
yeah.
any means. But yet, we don't want to, like I said, don't want to feel like locking down and all that either.
Oh, excuse me, I have a visitor.
Balance.
Come on in. Hi, Bobby. What you doing? Raven's here to say hello.
Oh, hi, Raven.
Say hello. Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Puppy.
he has to look straight at us so we can see his eyeballs. There we go. We can see. Yeah, he's so black.
Aw.
Cute. He's like, woman, it's dinner time.
Yes, 15 minutes. It is for sure.
We know.
Oh,
Ozzy has to be fed at 5 o'clock or sooner, or
Or
he's
sooner.
pounding me. Yes.
on the dot. They have that built-in clock for sure.
Mhm.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's 15 almost. Yeah, 8:30 when they.
So sometimes it's like, what is wrong with you? And then I look at the clock, like, oh, okay. You're not gonna
Especially when the
die?
time, especially with the time changing, because like
Oh,
they
that's
don't
the
get that
worst.
memo.
No,
It's like,
no,
wait a
that's the
minute,
worst. It's the worst.
because they're looking at you like, come on, lady.
Explain that one.
Right. We got this crazy thing. I'm really excited about this topic, though, this destiny, and just, yeah, that's, I felt,
Tell me about that, Kathy. I want.
why am I so excited?
Huh?
I think just because, like, so much of the work I do is just really is all about, maximizing potential and really fulfilling that destiny, because so many of us, I read today, it was like, what would you do if this was your last hour,
Mm.
your last day? How would you live differently? And I just keep thinking about that. I'm like, gosh, it just really is a lot different. So I'm going to share a story about one of my kids with you guys, because I know how much y'all love my family stories, but um this one's clean, it's all good. Actually, I've got a couple of them, I'll save some of those for later. They're funny.
I don't know you guys at all. Okay, keep going.
So my daughter is she just finished her junior year of college, and she's going into her senior year. So she wants a internship so bad. She's into agronomy and soil science and that type of thing. But she goes to a small college close to us, and there's this big university here in Kentucky, the UK, University of Kentucky. And so she's applied at different positions, got recommendations, but she still hasn't found anything in her field. That she does have a student working agreement, so she'll get some experience, which will help her whenever she actually does get her job. So today she had a call for a position at UK, and she was excited. It was going to pay $10 more an hour, so she was thrilled. She actually made it to the interview section, and she says, please don't tell anybody until afterwards. And I said, well, please let me know. I said, I'll be thinking about you. So at 10:12, she calls me. Her phone call was at 10:12. She calls me, and she's like, well, and I could tell her disposition wasn't great. That she was like, well, they're looking for somebody full time. And I was like, great. And she's like, Mom. And I said, well, you can be upset about this, or you can see this as your opportunity to, you got to practice. Number one, now you know that there's jobs out there that you can step into when you're ready, when the timing is right, because it wasn't right because of her. She still had to be a full-time student and wasn't that she had practiced on this interview and, you know, all of these things. And by the time we got off the phone, she changed from being upset from, you know, wanting to sulk and hold this personal to, okay, maybe I can see it what mom's light of being like, this is showing you, the universe showing you it's here. It's just not the right timing, because it's not the right timing. But
Yeah.
everything else is essential. And it makes me feel so good to be able to, like, within a 5-minute conversation, to go from breakdown to build up just so quickly. And it's just a matter of changing our perception, our perspective, the
Yeah.
perspective of what it is, what, you know, what was happening, what's going to happen, and how many times in life can we just, you know, like, that's what this is really about. Our destiny is really about seeing those opportunities that are presented for us. It's like Sherry showing up to this, you know, like you said, you're being brave, didn't know us, you might have known these other ladies, but to come on to a group and open yourself up is very brave. And yet it sets you on this whole trajectory of who knows what's going to happen. But we've made some amazing friendships in this group, and they just keep getting better and better. And
We do.
just, yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, that's why, Kathleen, that's it. Just, you know, really reinforcing, it's that embodiment, because the more that we can get this down. So here's my thing. So I you know, I pay a lot of attention to world news, and yet not too much. Like, it's that balance between what's going on. And I know, well, you know, just the Facebook reels. To know enough that people are freaked out, that there's an information overload, people are freaked out. They're very, I'm seeing so many people, I see people after people after people saying how much anxiety they have. And it's that not knowing. It's because we were on one trajectory of our lives, were going along. COVID came in, ripped the rug out from underneath of us, because our brains automatically want to, you know, they like that routine. And we just got a major disruptive routine. And we're trying to find some place back in society, but back into, but not going back to what we were before at all, right? There's like, no, I don't want to go back.
Right.
And so because of that, you're having a lot of people that are experiencing this debilitating anxiety and stress and all these other things. So it's like, hey, if we can do this work, hold this space for these women, like, think what a ripple effect that can have on so many. So that's definitely part of my intention, is to hold that space. And maybe that's why I need to be grounded too. Yeah, to be able to be out there and bring that good energy, but have it grounded down. So we'll see.
No, that's a beautiful intention to have for this
Our destiny.
this month and beyond. But that also goes with, you know, just your overarching, you know, yearly intention too. I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I have a glue dot failure. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
She's got the glue dots.
You like the glue dots too, huh?
You know, I was looking at this. So I bought in the Amazon, I put the 3-pack of this. It took me a year to go through, and I'm probably got a year to go through 2 of these, and I've got my 3rd one, so probably 2.5. So
Is
I thought that was
the
pretty good.
glitter stuff?
This is the glue stick.
Oh, just the plain glue stick. Okay.
Yeah, this is just the glue. But the glitter too, the glitter glue. I was looking back, and it was a year ago that I had ordered some of that stuff. And so, yeah, highly recommend it to enhance your art if you like to do that.
The one that you just held up, that's I didn't see it. Is that the one that we have on Amazon?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's made from almonds. It's
Oh, yeah,
almond
that's
glue.
right. That's one that smells good. Yeah.
Yes, I love
Oh,
that.
perfect.
So that's
Right.
perfect.
I need to get some of that this month. Yeah.
Get that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. bet. I wanted to tell you that the candle I chose tonight is lavender.
Ah, perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Perfect. Those colors together are really pretty too. You know, when you think the like turquoise and that lavender color, they look really nice together. Well, I was thinking about, I don't know, who was saying this earlier? I guess Kathy, you were talking about like our destiny and oh, what you just said about if you only had an hour to live a day.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that earlier, walking the dogs, of, you know, just thinking about this topic and trying to remember it, you know, because we wrote it months and months ago. So I was trying to remember it and
Right.
without looking. And I got to thinking about, you know, what if you were told your destiny now, that some God, some being, something comes down and tells you what your destiny is, and it's not what you want to hear. You know, like how would that feel, and how would you react or act to that? Would you, you know, fight it? Would you be angry about it? Would you just give up on life? Or would you just kind of like what you were saying a minute ago of like, no, I'm going to live the way I want to live and see what happens? I don't know. What would you do?
Well, I think that figuring it out is so a part of the process that, you know, this whole like, you know, in deciding for yourself. Yeah. I mean, like that's, you know, like with kids and stuff, you know, it's like you know, you can always make suggestions, you know, like,
Right.
have you considered this or have you considered that, like based on your interests and whatever. But like, I think that, you know, I've heard too many stories about people who are like, well, I went into this because my dad did it, or I went into this because my mom told me I should, or you know what I mean? And it's just such a disempowering way of like living your life. You know what I mean? It's like you had no choices, you know, along the way. And
Allowed your choices to be taken away. Yeah.
yeah, so I guess if somebody said, oh, they thought such and such was my destiny, I don't know.
Isn't that what parents do though, really, so many times? Which
Yeah.
goes back from our ancestors, because you think about like a lot of the wealthiest people. I mean, even what the the what just happened in England, you know, like how long
Oh,
King,
how long he's been waiting.
our new king and our new queen. Hour? Why did I say hour? Boy, you could tell I do a lot of British stuff, don't you? Oh my God.
Right, but I mean,
British
isn't that
music, really?
it? And I was thinking too, like I was thinking about that too with my kids and thinking, I've always told them, really being mindful of that, but I've always said, you know, like 12th grade isn't your highest education. Like you have to do something different. Being mindful not to really put, you know, telling them what they have to do, except for to tell them, you know, my expectation is for them to do their best. You know, anytime like with my kids and their school, it's like I always tell them I'm proud of them, but I'm like, you understand, it's not because of your grades that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because I'm proud of you. I'm happy you got good grades. I will say that, but I'm proud of you because I'm proud of you because of who you are, the person you're being. But then going back to the destiny part of like, hey, don't think you're going to stop at high
Yeah.
school or, you know, something like that. Like,
You didn't top out with this.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And now I don't think it's as common, but you know, back when we were young, I mean, that could have been a thing that just go to 12th grade and start working. And I like the higher education
Could I
without having
suggest,
to.
could I suggest an alternate view of that?
Sure.
Well, my nephew, he's graduating, I guess, next week, and he's hated school from day one. And his dad, my brother, has been pushing him to go to college, and he's just not a college guy, but he is finding his passion, like in tech school, and going to be learn that path. And I wasn't sure like what angle you were kind of taking that. Like, I wasn't sure if you were saying like you thought they had to be like in 4-year college or something. And that just was, I don't know. I just was feeling out from, I was looking after Steven's viewpoint.
Oh, no, that's exactly what I was talking about, is that, yeah, that there should be some type of higher education, but yeah, there's so many fields or different ways that they can go. I grew up my dad was an electrician and my mom was a letter carrier, and she actually worked as a supervisor. And so definitely the blue collar workers. And so, and I personally hated college myself. And so I love to learn, but was not.
Oh,
I
so
didn't
you're
really
just
like.
meant learning in general. Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
has to be, can't stop at high school, do whatever, but whether, and it could be like my son, he actually is in sales, but he has his certification in pump management or something like that, something with water. And because that was the same thing for him, it was like, don't have to go to college, and you can certainly work in the whatever field here, but I want you to get a little more something so that when somebody looks at paper, that you can stand out some way, potentially. Either paper or personality or something.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the other side of Stephen is like, keep your mouth shut. So keep your mouth shut till you have something nice to say.
Yeah, that's for all of us, right?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah. He's at 19. He thinks he knows everything.
Gosh, yeah. We did know everything at 19, right?
Right.
So wise. So wise when you're young.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, I got another question for you guys. This is going to come up really more around full moon time again, but let's talk about it now. What is your difference or your take or your feel of the difference between karma and kismet?
I'm sorry. One more time.
What is your definition or your takeaway of the difference between karma and kismet? And is there a difference to you?
Yeah, I had to look.
Is kismet like serendipity kind of? Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I just Googled it because I don't know. I'm not familiar with that word. It says destiny or fate.
yeah,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
yeah.
A hypothetical force or personified power that determines the course of future.
Gives you a personal power, though. I think that is interesting for kismet, right? Like kismet is something that it's kind of like set into motion for you. And we have a power to, accept it or not. Where karma is more like the actions that we're given to express that kismet. Now, karma can continue. Is it really meant to be for this lifetime? The word itself was meant to be for future lives, past lives to future lives. So, somebody cuts you off in traffic, it's like, well, their karma is going to be bad and they're going to have some bad luck later. It's not how it works, but it is like actions that you take. So to better your, back to my spiral, to continue up the spiral, the actual actions that you take for increasing and elevating your higher purpose and your soul's purpose. But Kismet a lot of times is connected with romantically, like it was Kismet that we met, meeting like a soulmate or something. But, it can also be just being at the right place at the right time.
So like karma seems like the boomerang, and kismet seems like that serendipity.
Yeah.
Seems like the logical way of thinking about those things. Okay, so back to your question. So tell us again, what was your question now that we got the...
No, that was it. What did you know about it?
Oh, what do you know about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you think it was? How or is, what is it for you? Not what did you think it was? What is it for you? How have you used those words and connected with those words?
Okay.
Like I definitely feel like I had these moments of my life where I met people and it literally changed the course of my life. When I met this group in Austin, Texas, and I was kind of shifting from kind of being a camera assistant to cinematographer, and I met these people. They weren't the only choice I had in my life of like film to do next, but like it was, but this strange chance meeting, like then became the next 11 years of my life or whatever. And then, I had this strange chance meeting with, this guy who became my husband. And it was like, they both were like those kind of moments where it's like, I didn't really realize it when it was happening, but like that, that it was changing the direction of my life, kind of in a really profound way. And it was something that I guess I was kind of working toward. So it was affirming, I guess.
The karma took you to the kismet.
Yeah, I was kind of like I was okay if it, I guess I was at peace with like, if it didn't happen, I guess that would be okay. But it did, but the opportunity presented itself. And so that was, yeah.
All right, I've got something to show.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, all right, so just the our photo for Destiny for this month and all the details. And I love the coloration of the black and the teal together. But I love this lady of heart wide open into the sky. And pointing the heart to the sky with all of the birds connecting and guiding her. That's our soul acceleration card. And then, yes, the spirals, got to do a spiral. Yeah, I saved a little space. I wanted a few of the words on here. This was about the number 8. It was just like a cool design with the colors and stuff. So I might add more to it as I have been doing lately. And I wanted to definitely save space for my truth or dares. But yeah, that's it so far.
Yeah, that's great. Very pretty.
Thank you. These colors are very pretty.
So
They're
the,
nice, aren't they?
the big picture with the raven on the top of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about that? Like what called you?
Yeah, there's something about like it's obviously like a night sky, but the raven as being the messenger of that shadow self that sometimes that I want to ignore but love to dive into at the same time, um when I have the time and take the time, that messenger has something to tell me. And that beautiful color in the background, it's such a rich, pretty, teal turquoisey color. I love how it does look like, it doesn't look natural, but at the same time, it looks completely natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this doesn't look real, but it looks natural.
Mm-hmm.
That color, that color of expression, that color of communication, that color of blue can take you in so many places, right? To that deep emotional place, to that color of expression, to even joy and happiness and connection with heart. That yeah, I just loved it. It is kind of, even though it's summer and this is, a tree without leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was something about the darkness, almost like a storytelling. A story is being told in that
Mm-hmm.
raven has all
Yeah,
the
I love it.
Like it looks like a mystical garden area
yeah.
is what it reminds me of.
I can't help but laugh when I think of ravens. I don't know if any of you guys saw that Schitt's Creek episode where this main character is in a film, and there's a premiere, and they get all of these birds, like they're supposed to be ravens, but I think they're just painted pigeons or something. I can't remember. Anyway, but the birds go berserk and like attack people and stuff. It was like, but what was funny is the symbolism. I mean, but then it became like big news and actually gave the film a lot of attention because of this complete disaster. I love that. I love that show so much.
I love that show too. It is so good. One of those weird, quirky shows that during an important time, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that during COVID? Is that what it was? I never started watching it.
Early COVID, yeah. It was nice to have a really good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Something quirky to take you out of like the everyday of what the fuck is going on right now.
Right.
Yeah, so I had definitely from the meditation we did, definitely have that thing of like intuition and infinity together, connecting, pairing the two together and exploring that. So I wrote that on the lunar notes. And I don't know, Sherry, have you had a chance to find the lunar notes yet?
Not yet.
I'll tag you in it. That'll be helpful. And then assuming I'll see you tomorrow night.
I hope so.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah.
I hope so. Let's just go. Let's just meet there.
Do it. I'll give everybody the option. I'll tell everybody just so they're
I'm sorry I sounded weirded out about it. I would think I was kind of following your lead. Let's just meet there.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, so the lunar notes, there's one page for each of the main phases of the moon. So there's 4 total. But this one for the new moon really kind of helps us hone in on what the intention is going to be for the cycle. And your favorite socks for the month, or what sticks out to be your socks for the month, your favorites.
Cool. I'll thank you. I'll look for that.
Yeah, I'll tag you on it. And I'll bring some tomorrow too. Print some out.
You know, it's funny, like I have like lavender has not always been like a go-to for me. Like, I don't know, there was something about it that I'm not as much into sort of the floral smells as I am, you know, more like the food, you know, kind of smells and stuff. But I have grown to like, we have some French lavender bushes like in our backyard, and I have grown to really love them. And you know, just I've got like a bowl of these lavender leaves in our front hallway because it really does like makes it more calming, you know. And you know, but it's just, you know, it's just kind of funny. Like, it seems like everybody loves lavender, you know, and it really took me time to grow.
An acquired taste.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess it
I
was
didn't realize there was different. There's a difference, right? Or no?
Difference in what? Types of
You
lavender?
said, yeah, like talking about like the English lavender versus like the.
Lots.
I mean, I knew there was different types, but I guess I didn't realize there was that difference of the smell.
yeah, I'm not sure about the different of what the smells, how it smells different from the.
Okay.
I've only had the French lavender, so I don't know.
Might have to go do a sniff test, I guess. There's difference here.
Big difference in essential oils.
Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. There's the brands, right? Or no?
No, just the location of it, the species will make a difference too.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it is, you know, one of the number one oils used. So it's also tainted a lot, right? You know, used in places, and it's also the number one essential oil that people become allergic to.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's just overused.
Well, and they're probably mixing it or cutting it or doing whatever with some things that are not probably really healthy either. Some of those cheaper ones, and so you have that too, which will break down for people quicker than not.
Yeah. All right, how's everybody coming along?
Great, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to have mine glued down, so I got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to have much, but getting closer. How are you doing, Cherry?
I'm good for right now. I kind of got to a good stopping place.
Can you share yours with us, or?
Yeah, let me turn on the light.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So it's interesting that I was doing some magazine cutouts maybe a month ago, and it was going nowhere. And I just had this pile in the garage, and I grabbed them for this, and that's a lot of that's what ended up on here. So that's kind of interesting how that all played out. But you had mentioned the ash tree and the original tree of life, and that was like one of the first things I pulled out. And then that story about trying to discover my roots, and I'll share more of that another time. But it says hidden no more, revealing all. And this is like an eyeball that you could like you can see a window through it, like kind of like peering in my soul, like kind of trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
That's
The
really
third eye,
cool.
but not really. Yeah. And then this last thing says, find who you have not yet become.
Ah, yeah.
So kind of all that destiny digging, but also need to pair that with being kinder to myself and trying to short circuit the inner critic that's very loud these days. And so this up here is like just kind of trying to remember to relax. It's a person floating.
Nice.
And I'm getting
That's
organized.
awesome.
Getting organized, like I'm trying, like my house is like a metaphor of like this inner chaos that's going on. So I'm trying to get stuff organized and let these emotions flow through me in the garden. So I have got a grief garden that I started this spring and some other plants that I've started. So it's interesting. So that's what I've got.
Did you
That's
say
really
grief
cool.
garden? Did you say a grief garden?
I thought grief garden, correct.
GRIEF, grief.
Right.
Oh, wow. I'd love to hear more about that.
Okay. I'm happy to share now or another time or.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever. Today,
Yeah.
tomorrow, I don't care.
Okay. It's a short version for now. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm down. But
There's
yeah.
a lot of cutting the mother wounds and a lot of dealing with the mother wounds and kind of cut ties and grief in many different formats. And I needed a way to kind of to channel those emotions through me. And I haven't gardened forever, but it's one of my connections to my grandma, so my mom's mom. And when I bought my first house, she taught me how to garden, how to dig the holes right, and pick out plants. And so, like being in the garden reminds me of her. And she's very much an angel, a spirit guide with me right now on this journey, and it keeps me connected. And so I found these. I just made this little circle garden in the backyard, and I found these really cool petunias. They're black, and there's some yellow ones, and then some black and yellow ones. And it's really pretty cool. I've never seen that kind before.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, kind of just it's a good place to reflect. My neighbors are Buddhists, and they have some type of instrumental music that's playing that's very soothing. So I can hear the birds in the backyard. It's very grounding.
Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. What an amazing way to channel that energy and to enjoy. Yeah. To turn it into something else. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks,
Trying
Sharon.
to transform it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Thanks for asking.
I noticed the part of your collage that said the get organized. I started watching that. It's like Swedish or death cleaning show on Netflix. Have you heard about this?
Oh,
It's a Swedish what kind of cleaning?
It's death cleaning.
Oh no, death cleaning. No.
Yeah, I think it's Swedish. It's
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Nordic country. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of popular right now, and it's just the whole idea of like people like really cleaning out, like as we get older, we collect so many things from our past that really keeps us from living how we want to live now, and so there's like a clearing out of that, but it's also It is just, I just watched one episode and I love it. And then there's also just this idea of like not leaving things for other people. I mean, when we die, there's going to have to be, we're going to have stuff,
Oh, okay,
you know,
yeah,
to deal with.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of, but it's more like, but I think it's more, clearing out and creating something for yourself, that's new, like from your past stuff. But, allowing, anyway, it's just, yeah, it's a nice organization kind of show. And it makes you think
Yeah.
a lot about like, yeah, like, why am I holding on to this stuff?
That's thank you for sharing that. That's come up in conversations with me like 3 or 4 times this past week, including today, about getting
Yeah.
rid of shit that I don't need to hold on to. Does it bring me joy? Not the whole Marie Kondo thing, but just does it bring me joy? If not, get it out of there. Somebody else suggested, don't hold on to anything of my mom's because it's like tainted and like this negative energy living in the past, like get it out of there. I'm like, all right, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, it also focuses on that idea too of the whole, like the reuse, really like not even like recycle, like they're very much like use stuff. Like instead of us thinking of like, well, how do we break stuff? How could, I mean, there's so much stuff that can't be recycled, so really like there are these great stores that will take all sorts of things that you would never think that they would necessarily take, and really trying to repurpose objects, like all kinds of objects, and they go to a store that has a lot of stuff. So it gave me a lot of ideas. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna check that out. Thanks.
Anyhow,
Swedish death, what?
cleaning.
So I was gonna say, can you post the name or the link to it in the comments whenever after the video is posted?
Yeah.
And Sherry, I want to invite you to share a picture of your garden or a video or something in the comments too. Once this is posted,
Yeah.
inside the academy, come back and through the course of this cycle, come back and share a picture of your garden. That would be so cool.
Awesome. Thank you for that invitation. Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
That would be really neat. Okay, I'll show you one half of mine because I got it. Let's see, let me take a picture of my other one. I'll pick this up and show because I have one big picture. But hang on before we
9 o'clock.
sign off tonight. So, all right. As soon as I saw this, I wanted it for this cycle, even though I didn't know what colors we were gonna to have. But I love.
Okay, I see now.
See, but she's got the turquoise face. I know. It's like she's got the turquoise face, and I just love this. And then of course it goes with our juiciness from last cycle that we're still working with. I have heard that word so many times now since our last quarter chat. We started talking about juicy. Everything got juicy from there. But yeah, there's the different elements, and then I love the raven.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got to get her grounded. I have a tree to go in there too, so balance.
All right.
Yeah.
But I will share my picture.
Very cool. So Kathleen, your Chase Lounge in the back looks turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
It's emerald, actually, kind of, but yeah, it does kind of help.
Yeah, definitely in the light it looks turquoise from here. We'll just call it turquoise this month.
Right.
We'll go with that.
I've got a turquoise to wear tomorrow. That's cool.
Yeah, good.
Fun.
Good. All right. Well, any additions? Anything?
Yeah, I'll post when I'm,
So there's a section inside of the Academy that says, share your Divine Art Alchemy here, and you can either share it underneath the recording, but it's easy to put it in that section
okay,
and then hashtag it with Destiny.
okay.
So you'll know. We might be able to know but yeah, anytime you want to continue the conversation, come inside the Academy. We're always willing to talk and discuss things there. So feel free.
Awesome.
Cool. Because I figured out the truth or dare slip that I pulled last time. That was so weird. I figured that out.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll post those things. Cool.
Do everything, anything and everything, because like any container, it's as good as being utilized, right? We can
Yeah.
have something beautiful and magical and wonderful, but if it's not being utilized, then we don't get the full potential. So come play with us.
Sure. Okay, let's how.
All right.
Okay. So let's take a super deep breath in and out. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, at the top of this one, let it go.
Oh.
Yes.
Much love to you all. Yeah, happy new moon. Happy manifesting.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.